so close.
Guys,
That's gonna be an amazing experience.
seriously, look at this view, like. Countdown is over. Cedar Point's most mysterious new coaster opens on June 28th, and it looks like one of the best new coasters this season. Siren's Curse, a tilt coaster with a wild backstory, a tilt track that faces the midway, and one eerie warning: don't ignore the call. Today, we're getting into everything you need to know before you ride, but first, a huge shout out goes out to all of our channel members for being part of the community, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to follow along as coasters come to completion. Headed back to the peninsula, this will be Cedar Point's 19th roller coaster, Siren's Curse, a Vekoma tilt coaster. And Vekoma New Age seems to be one of the best manufacturers, so I am so excited to finally get on this thing. And it'll be the first of its kind in North America. The train creeps up that vertical lift, goes on that tilting track, and it's kind of cool how that works because there's a claw and then the bump stop at the front, you tilt, and then the bump stop goes away and then the claw releases you. I mean, this is just really cool. It sounds very scary, but it sounds very cool too, so I'm very excited for this. And it just drops you straight down, facing Rougarrou and that whole midway right there. It is so exciting. It changes the whole skyline while you're walking down there. It looks incredible. So that's one thing to look forward to when you're walking down from like Millennium Forest crossing the railroad tracks and you just get to stare at that tilt. It looks so cool while it was testing. I can't wait to see it with riders screaming by the midway. Now to the ride. It's going to be 161 feet tall, drop you 90 degrees, reach top speeds of 59 miles per hour, 5 total inversions on it, and it'll be about a minute and 50 seconds. The minimum height requirement is 48 inches. And some exciting news for the ride, it looks like they're going to add a little water feature pond area over there too, so that's pretty cool, and it's just going to add on to the thematic elements of that ride because I'm really excited for the storyline, and I hope they kind of go all out with it. This ride looks super cool. I think it deserves a cool storyline because the Sirens call is really fun, so I think there's a lot of things they could do with that. And did we mention onboard audio and LED lighting? It just gets that much better for night rides, guys. Now, Siren's Curse opens June 28th, and there are some things to know before you go to the park. They use a strict loose article policy. That means there's going to be no phones, wallets, keys, GoPros, any of that on you. You must walk through metal detection before boarding, and lockers are required. They will be free and they'll be placed near the entrance, and they're going to kind of have a double-sided thing, so that is really cool. It's all about safety, the park says. The tilt section involves tight restraints and precision balancing, so there is no exceptions according to the park. As we said earlier, with this edition, Cedar Point will now boast 19 roller coasters, and it will reclaim some of its bragging rights as one of the world's top coaster destinations. Not that it really lost it, but it's going to get up there in numbers again. We're getting close to Magic Mountain, who I believe has 20 at this moment. From tilt coasters to the triple launch strata coaster, it's just kind of a park that has everything from past to present. I mean, you go Corkscrew, Gemini, really old rides, Magnum, things like that, to nowadays where you got Steel Vengeance, Siren's Curse, and Top Thrill 2. This park's really come a long way. But some things to know when you show up to the park and you're getting ready to ride Siren's Curse. Try to ride early in the day, ride during early entry if you can, if you're a hotel guest or a season pass holder. If it's open during that time frame, try to get on it because these lines are probably going to get long for the ride because people are excited. Make sure you guys get your locker and all that and you prepared to take all the stuff out of your pockets and everything. You do not want to have an experience where you get up there and there's something in your pocket and you get sent back. It's just not something you want to have happen. Remember to show up ready to wait in the line a little bit. Do not expect to ride this thing 100 times the first day. People are going to be there. Cedar Point will likely be busy, and people are going to be excited to ride the new roller coaster. Top Thrill 2 might take away a little bit from that, but guys, just be patient and ready to ride and have a fun day, because people are going to be waiting in line for that. And most importantly, show up ready to have a good time. This ride looks like it's going to be incredible. Personally, I'm excited to ride in the back, so I would suggest that to anybody else riding in the back, because you're going to be hanging way up there. But I understand why the front row is going to be a great ride too, and I must do that as well, because I do want to see the tracks connecting in front of my face and all of that too. And just kind of hanging over the midway where people are walking underneath you, that's going to be really cool. You know, with those kind of free vests and stuff, you can wave at people down below. That's going to be really cool. Getting videos of your friends on the ride is going to be really cool. So I'm just genuinely excited about the ride. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this. We're getting so close. They do have a charity event that they are letting people ride early. It already sold out, so, you know, obviously I'm not gonna, you know, link that and everything. We tried to get tickets and it was sold out by the time we tried to get tickets, so that is done. But they will be hosting a charity preview, so that is pretty cool, and that will be supporting a kid again. That's awesome. I love when they do things like that, so that's great. Maybe they'll do a pass holder preview that might get announced in the coming days. I don't believe so. Don't take word from me. Park hasn't said it. If the park doesn't say it, it's not true, so just remember that. But maybe they will. Let's talk about Siren's Curse a little more though. For a little backstory on the ride, Siren's Curse wasn't originally destined for Cedar Point. The Vekoma Tilt Coaster was first designed for Energylandia, and then when they couldn't build it, Six Flags Mexico stepped in and bought the coaster. But the project stalled for numerous reasons. Then the Six Flags and Cedar Fair merger happened. Parks were offered the ride. I heard Kings Island was offered the ride, but they didn't want to build it where, you know, it was going to work, so it wouldn't have worked out or something like that. That was what I was told. Rumors again. It was Cedar Point who wound up with the attraction. They took over the contract and they kind of just reworked it to fit in over there, and I think that's great because that area was kind of just food trucks and stuff. It was a big old fence over there. It wasn't open, so this opens the park up. There's going to be new bathrooms over there as well, so you guys can expect that. New Siren's Curse bathrooms over there renovated. That's going to be awesome. And just come prepared, guys. Have a good time. Let me know what you think of Siren's Curse, how excited you are. And if you're going to be there for opening day, or if you're going for the charity event, make sure you comment and let me know how it was too. Alright everybody, if you haven't already, hit that like button. It greatly helps the channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. And a huge shout out goes out to all of our channel members. We really couldn't do this without all you guys. It keeps us motivated. Keeps us on our toes when you guys send us ideas, and definitely awesome to meet everybody at the park. So can't wait to see some of you for Siren's Curse. As always, thank you for being a part of our spooky community and for coaster ghosting with Ghoster Coasters. Siren's Call is coming.